Ev to Phil, October 7th, 1942, 6:30 p.m. My angel, your letter today was most welcome and sweeter than sweet. A thrill goes right through me every time I read your mail. I was so weary last night that I hardly recall what or how I wrote. I was in bed and asleep by 10 p.m., but it proved to be another sleepless night. I was almost afraid I would not be able to go to Miss Hahn, but I felt better by that time, 8 a.m. I came home and ironed all afternoon, and right now I'm so weary I could scream. In fact, and I'm sorry I have to write this, I am crying as I write, but not because of what you think. I'll explain shortly. This morning both moms went to town. They visited page 2, my dad, and your mom bought a beautiful new hat and a pair of black suede and patent leather shoes. Mom came home at 5 p.m. and although dead tired, prepared supper. I was so tired I could hardly eat. After supper, I immediately left the table and started to write this letter. Naturally, Mom asked Gloria to help her, and Gloria, having to do some washing and thinking I should do the dishes, began complaining, saying everyone in this house took advantage of Mom. I knew it was meant for me, and I debated with myself about saying anything. Finally, I walked into the kitchen and I told her, in a nice way, that I, page 3, had told Mom that after my 6th month she could expect nothing more of me. I also explained about last night and why I had not helped this evening. All she said was, maybe you've got a guilty conscience. I told her if she didn't like it, I would return to my mother's, where nothing would be required of me. I walked out of the kitchen and continued with this letter, but I felt so damn rotten, hence the tears. I'm sorry I have written all this, but if I didn't tell you, I'd probably bust. I'll get over it in due time, but I feel like a stranger in my own home. The routine of the house is so different without, page 4, you. Anyone can see you are really the head of this house. Supper is such a messed up affair that I actually dread supper time. I even remarked at the table this evening how different things are since you left insofar as the supper hour and getting everyone together is concerned. All G could offer was a sneer. It would give me endless pleasure to throw her out on her ear. It's just like I said, quote, when G starts working, she'll be so independent you'll have to get down on your hands and knees for anything, end quote. I was in a gay mood when I started this missive, so I shall endeavor to give it a gay ending. I finished crocheting all, page 5, the small multicolored scarves, and now have only to make a large scarf for the chest. My brother Jack just paid me $25 in lieu of the debt he owed you. I'm going to use it to buy more thread. My assets at present, cash, is a bit over $3. Thank God I do not have to borrow. I'm going to answer an ad I saw in the bulletin this evening for a typist to do some, quote, homework, end quote, addressing envelopes. Jack N. is working late this evening. He still hasn't made up our picture and has little hopes for its turning out good. He'll take pictures of me the first chance he gets. I hope you remember to use only one side of your stationery when you write to Sid. If you, page 6, didn't and they censor any part of it, the letter will be a mess. Jack N. and Harry contribute almost daily to our, quote, penny bank, end quote. I've got $3.60 in the box and question mark in the bank itself. Not bad, is it? It was warm and sunny today, and you were on my mind every moment. Don't misunderstand. I love you in my reverie. Have you heard the song, Every Night About This Time I Think of You? It could almost be our theme song. I've noticed that the baby is more active than ever, and consequently it is more painful and uncomfortable for me. I've only 9.5 weeks left if I carry completely through my 9th month. Today is 2 weeks since you became private. I'm happy because your letters sound good, and I'll try to do the same. My true and undying devotion and love to you, my dear deserving husband, Evie. Phil to Ev, Wednesday, October 7th, 7:10 p.m. Honey, this will have to be short and sweet. We arrived here 4:30 p.m. and have been busy as ants ever since. As you can see by the return address, I am now in the Air Force. Best of all, I am only about 100 miles from Philly and you. Don't know anything about anything yet. We'll write a long letter tomorrow. Now will you smile? Love to everybody, especially for you, my sweet Phil.